focusing on your breath, being present in the moment. Today's focus is on love, letting love grow in your life. Love for others, family, friends, partners, children, and also love for yourself. Sometimes we forget about that one. And when you're ready, inhale, we'll circle the arms, finding energy in the fingers, reaching as far as you can before touching your palms. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, reaching up. Really use every muscle you have to reach as far as you can, stretching your spine. Exhale, send the hands down to your heart. And reach even taller this time, as far as you can, all the way up. Touching palms. Exhale, bring your hands to heart, finding stillness, drawing those shoulders down, starting to engage your abs, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Inhale, shoot the arms straight up. Exhale, tip gently up and over to the left, using your abs to find a side stretch. And gently bring yourself back to center. Inhale, lift up tall before coming up and over to the other side. Good, and back to center. Inhale, lift up. This time, take the left hand down and reach a little further. Finding a nice side stretch. Lift your gaze, open up that shoulder. And gently taking the hands back up above you, touching palms. And release the right hand now, coming up and over. Lift your gaze, open the shoulder. Finding a nice long line, reaching with those fingertips. Breathing gently. Exhale, gently coming back to center. Good. And start to tip your head down, chin to chest, curve the spine. And reverse now, lifting your gaze, pushing your heart forward. And again, just a couple more. These are just a bit of a seated cat-cow to warm up your spine. You can push onto your knees to increase the stretch. One more. Tanea, I'm wondering if you have a Band-Aid. Tanea, do you have a Band-Aid? I'm bleeding. I cut myself with the knife earlier and I thought it had healed, but I'm getting blood on my new lovely activewear. Sorry to disrupt the class. Finding stillness now. Reach for your opposite elbows behind you if you can. If not, just interlock your fingers behind you. Opening up through the shoulders, finding a nice stretch. Luckily, I've got Tanea to run and go get a Band-Aid for me. Start to circle your body around, making little circles, freeing up the spine. And gently reverse, going the other way. And finding stillness now, coming back to center. We're going to turn to the side of our mat, soles of the feet hip width apart, holding onto our knees. Inhale, push your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, roll all the way, coming back to center. We're going to turn to the side of our mat, soles of the feet hip width apart, holding onto our knees. Inhale, push your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, roll all the way down. Thank you. Might be 1 minute, just enjoy that stretch, lying down. Thank you. Good, and stretching the legs long. I want you to reach behind your hands overhead, stretch everything long. As far as you can, point your toes, reach and relax. And again, inhale, stretch everything long. Exhale, relax. One more time, stretch and relax. Releasing those hands, coming up onto our hands directly underneath our shoulders. Stretch your legs nice and long. Inhale, squeeze your glutes and lift up to reverse plank. Warming up the body. Pushing into those hands, splay those fingers nice and wide, squeeze the glute, 2 more breaths. Maybe drop the head back. Good, and gently coming down. Flex the feet, reaching up, arms overhead. Exhale, tip forward, reaching for those toes. Keeping a straight spine if you can. Inhale, lift and push your chest forward. Exhale, curve the spine down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, curve down. One more, inhale, lift for our seated forward fold. Exhale, curve and hold. 2 breaths here. Maybe creep those fingers a little further towards your ankles. Good, and gently rolling up through the spine. Sending the knees underneath you, finding our tabletop position, splaying the hands under the shoulders, finding a neutral spine. Tuck the toes under, send the hips back onto the feet and just stretch out those arches for 1 minute. If you want to come all the way up and sit your weight all the way onto your feet, you can. Finding a nice stretch through those arches of the feet. 1 more breath. Good, and when you're ready, take those hands back down onto the mat and push the hips up to down dog. Inhale. Exhale, begin to bend one leg at a time, stretching through those calf muscles and hamstrings. And sending both heels down when you're ready, keeping the feet hip width apart. Inhale. Exhale, find your high plank pose. Inhale, bend through the elbows gently down, lowering the chest, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Good. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up to your 3-legged dog, remembering to go as far as what your hips can handle, just getting a nice stretch. Flex the foot, bend the knee. Send the heel towards the sits bone. Inhale, sweep the knee forward into a lunge. Drop the back knee down, find your low lunge position, take the hands onto the thigh. Good. Breathing here, finding that stretch through the left hip flexor. Pulling those shoulders down, finding nice tall length through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, take the hands to prayer above your head and see if you can go for a slight back bend. Lift your gaze. And back to center. Good. Take the hands to the inside of the leg, heel toe the right leg out for lizard pose. Just finding whatever feels good for you in this pose. Maybe you want to move around a little bit. You can take the elbows down if that feels good. Listening to your body. Finding that stretch, opening up the hips, the front and the back, especially through the right glute and hip flexor. Really being mindful as we stretch our bodies, noticing how it feels. One more breath here. Good. Begin to heel toe the leg back to parallel. Hands back to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe under, lift to crescent lunge. Inhale, take the hands to prayer, finding a nice tall spine in our crescent lunge. You can bend that back knee if that feels good. Inhale, twist up over the front leg. Exhale, see if you can get that elbow in front. Revolved crescent lunge. Maybe lift your gaze. One more breath here. You can always drop that back knee whenever you're ready. And twisting back to center, inhale. Exhale, shoot the palms up, square off the back foot and open to warrior two. Feeling strong. Gaze over that front arm, pulling the left shoulder back. Squeezing the inner thigh. Feeling strong. Inhale, flip the front palm and join me in reverse warrior. You can reach behind you for a binded pose if that feels good. Inhale, coming back up, stretch that front leg, give it a rest. Open the palms, square the hips to the side. We're going to find our triangle pose, tipping up and over, reaching for that ankle without touching the floor if possible. Getting as close to the floor as possible. Lift your gaze. Engage your abs. 3 breaths here. I'm just going to take a look at you all. Good. That's it, Carolyn. Good, Trudy. One more breath. That's it, Hazel. Looking really strong, everyone. Good, Phil. And when you're ready, bend into that front leg. Sweep the top arm down. Hands back to frame the front foot. Inhale, we'll go briefly through plank. Exhale, switching the weight over to the left arm, reaching up for a side plank. Option to drop that underneath knee down. 2 breaths here. Maybe lift your gaze. Good. Inhale, send the right toe back behind you. Lift the hips, wild thing pose. 2 breaths here. You can do it. You can have a soft bend in that underneath elbow to take the pressure off your wrist. Reaching. Holding for 1 more breath if you can. Good. Inhale, flip the dog over, down dog. Pushing back, lifting those hips, taking the pressure out of the wrists. Maybe give them a little stretch. Good. Inhale. Exhale, find your high plank. Inhale, bend through the elbows, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. And send the hips back to child's pose before we do the other side. Good. Thinking about the word love. Is there enough of it? do you think? How much love are you giving to yourself? Maybe you give too much to others, that you forget that you need to have self-love. You need your time to reset, nourish your body and mind before you can give to others. Inhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, down dog. And when you're ready, as you inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Flex that top foot, send the hip down, exhale. Inhale, sweep the knee forward to a lunge. Dropping the back knee down. Hands onto the thigh. Thinking about engaging the abs, even though it's quite easy for us to sink into this pose and let everything go. Still think about pulling up tall, maintaining that control throughout the entire class. Good. Inhale, shoot the palms up. Exhale, slight back bend, lifting up and over. And coming forward, inhale. Send the hands to your heart and bring the hands to the inside of the leg, heel toe the left foot out for lizard pose. Option to take the elbows down. Maybe you want to give your wrists a little massage while you're here, if you feel like you need to. Finding those pressure points in the hands. One more breath here. Good. Coming back up. Heel toe the front leg in. Hands back to frame the front foot. Tuck the back foot under. Lift to crescent lunge. Sweep the arms forward into prep. You can bend that back knee to keep those hips nice and square. If stretching it feels a little too intense, options are really good. Inhale, twist over the front leg. Exhale, send the elbow in front of the knee. Finding that revolved crescent lunge pose. Maybe lift your gaze if you can. You can do it. One more breath here. Good. Rotate back through center. Square off the back foot. Send the arms up and open to warrior two. Good. Remember, if you need to just stretch that front leg at any time to give it a relief, you can. There's no rules. You do what you need to do for your body. Feeling strong. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Option to reach the right hand to the back of the hip for a binded warrior pose. Opening through the shoulders, one more breath. Good. Coming back to warrior two. Stretching both legs. Flip those palms, tipping forward to our triangle pose. Finding that relief now, especially in the front leg. Lift your gaze, pulling those abs in nice and tight. Good. One more breath. And bend gently into that front leg, cartwheel the top hand down, hands back to frame the foot. Briefly go into plank, and then gently twist over for a side plank. Modification by dropping the right knee down if you need. 2 breaths here, lift your gaze if you can. Good, inhale, send the left foot back behind you, lift the hips up, drop the arm to the back corner of the mat, find your wild thing pose. 2 breaths. Good job, everyone. Inhale, flip the dog, find your down dog. That's it, well done. Inhale, exhale, high plank. Last time we do this flow. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. And let's recover in child's pose. And when you're ready, tuck the toes under for our last down dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, send the gaze forward. Step or jump the feet to the front of the mat. Exhale. Let the head hang heavy, shake it out. Keep those knees bent at first. Just let gravity take you down. Doing whatever feels good for you in this inverted pose. Maybe grab your elbows, try and stretch the legs if you can and rock from side to side. Maybe wiggle the toes. Finding stillness, hands onto the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift to half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, circle those arms all the way up. Touching palms. Exhale, lower hands to heart. Finding your mountain pose, feeling strong. Taking a moment to think about your alignment. Are you lifting up and out of your hips? Good, beautiful strength, Hazel. I can see all of your energy. It's such a simple pose, but you all look like you're engaging everything. Standing tall with pride. Inhale, circle the arms up, touching palms. Exhale, maybe go for a slight back bend this time. And forward folding, inhale all the way down. Exhale, stay in your forward fold. Inhale, lift, half fold. Exhale, lower forward fold. Bend the knees. Reach those arms overhead, touching palms. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. We're going to step the feet together, squeezing those inner thighs together. Sending the weight back into the heels. Start to bend the knees, send the hips back into chair pose. But we're squeezing those thighs together. Good. Inhale, lift and rotate. If you can drop a few inches lower to try and get that elbow in front of the knee, go ahead, lift your gaze, revolve chair. If that feels too much in the back, just lift yourself up. Listen to your bodies, be kind to your bodies. 3 breaths here. You can do it, last breath. Good, rotating back. Wiggle those toes, make sure the weight's in your heels for one last breath. And contract, roll down, stretch those legs. Find your forward fold. Open the feet back to hip width apart. Shake those legs out if you need. Shake the head yes and no. Inhale, lift to half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Circle those arms up. Touching palms, exhale, lower to your heart. Bringing those feet together. Now, if you have hyperextended legs or you feel like you can't touch your thighs, just give yourself a little gap in those feet. And start to send the hips down, pulling up tall through the spine, belly button in. Lift those toes off the mat to make sure your weight is back. Inhale, lift and twist over to the left side, getting the right elbow in front of the left knee. Lift your gaze, finding that twist, whether it's up a little higher. That's absolutely fine. 3 breaths here. Squeeze those inner thighs. Last breath, you can do it. Good, rotate. Find that chair pose for one more breath. And release everything down. Take those feet back to hip width apart. Give them a shake. Good job. Inhale, lift, half fold. Exhale, lower, forward fold. Bend those knees, circle the arms up. Touching palms. Exhale, lower hands to heart. Recovering here. Taking a moment. Fix yourself up if you need. Maybe adjust anything. Find your stillness when you're ready. I'm going to face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to take the weight over into the right leg first to find our tree pose. So we'll lift the left leg gently off, just maybe touch the toe on top of the right foot, finding that balance. Begin to turn out from the hip, knee facing out. Lift the foot up. Maybe you just want to take it onto your calf muscles today. Maybe you want to lift it just above your knee. Or option 2, bend, reach for the ankle and lift it as close to your groin as possible, pushing that heel into the thigh. Good. Squeezing the glutes, pulling up tall. Inhale, start to lift the palms directly up, growing tall, keeping those ribs together. Maybe open the arms up, shining your heart forward, feeling strong, finding your balance, focusing. You can do it. 2 more breaths here. Good job, everyone. You're looking so strong and still. Touching those palms together again. Exhale, lower hands to heart. Reach for that ankle if it's up high. Gently release and place it down. Inhale, circle the arms up. Good job. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. And just recover here for a minute. Shake the legs, shake the head if you need. Inhale, lift, half fold. Exhale, lower, forward fold. Bend through the knees, circle the arms up. Touching palms, exhale, lower hands to your heart. And when you're ready, we'll take it on the other side. Taking that weight over into the left. Maybe touching the toe on top, finding that balance. Turn out from the hip. Take the heel onto the calf muscle. Maybe lift it a bit higher if you can. Or join me in reaching for the ankle. Good. Squeezing those glutes under, keeping that posture. Start to lift the palms as you inhale, growing tall. Exhale, open up. Shining your heart forward, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Wobbles are a good sign. Embrace them, enjoy them. It might feel uncomfortable, but know how good it feels to battle through and keep that position when you focus your mind. You can do it. One more breath. I'm going to take a quick look at you all. Touch those palms together when you can. Wow, everyone's looking amazing. And bring them down to your heart. Good. Now this is the trick. Don't fall out of it. Try and release slowly, holding onto that ankle if it's up high. That's it, Sarah. Gently bring it down. Good, Phil. Good, Emily. And shake it out. Inhale, circle the arms up. Good. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Shake it out. Inhale, lift, half fold. Exhale, lower forward fold. Bend those knees, circle the arms up one more time. Touching palms. Exhale, lower hands to your heart. Taking the feet a little wider for our yogi squat or garland pose. Squeeze the glutes, engage the abs, pull up tall through the spine. Start to bend through the knees, sending the tailbone directly to the floor. Trying to keep those heels down. If you need to grab a prop to sit on, a block maybe, go ahead. We want to push away with the elbows. Shine your heart forward, close your eyes. Thinking about what love means to you. Being thoughtful, kind, open, vulnerable, showing compassion and empathy. Maybe it's a smile, something as simple as being kind enough to open the door for somebody else. Being selfless. We could all do with a little bit more love sprinkled in our day. Two more breaths here. Really shine your light here. Shine your heart forward. Open through the chest for your last breath. And gently take the hands down in front of you. Lower the knees onto the mat. Turning back to face the front of my mat. Take the heels underneath your sits bones. Keep the knees wide. Take the hands behind you. There's two options for this pose. Option one, plant your hands directly under your shoulders, squeeze and lift, finding a nice back bend stretch and also quad stretch. If you want to give camel pose a try, we're going to lift the hips off first, gently hinge back, reaching for our ankles. It's a little bit more intense, but if you have a bendier back, it might be better for you. So option A or B, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, start to lift those hips. Squeeze, reach those ankles if you're joining me in camel pose. Drop the head. 2 breaths here. Good. Gently reach the hands back onto the hips. Squeeze to come up slowly. And exhale. We'll find a puppy dog pose to recover. Walking the feet back. Just send the chest down. Keep the hips lifted. Just gentle here. Don't force it. Good. From here, we're going to align our bellies, sending the legs back, chest onto the mat. Just take a moment, turning the head to one side. If that feels okay for you, maybe you want to rest your hands under your head, or grab a prop if you have one, a towel or a pillow. Closing down the eyes. And gently take the head over to the other side, evening out the stretch of the neck. Slowing down the heart rate, slowing down the breath. Inhale, reach those hands forward in front of you, splaying your fingers long, trying to get as much length in your spine as possible. Hold onto the ground, pull it towards you. Breathing here. And gently reach over to the right corner. Maybe take the left hand on top of the right. Stretching the side body. And gently reach over to the left. Finding just enough tension to stretch your body while also relaxing at the same time. A bit of a balance. And gently take those hands back to the front. And finding nice splayed hands underneath, actually onto the mat in front of you. Lift the chest gently for Sphinx pose. So keeping those hands shoulder width apart, finding right angles with your elbows. Lift your chest forward. So we're going to have 2 options for Shavasana. If you want to stay on your belly, just for something different, you can. Or we can flip over onto our backs for our Shavasana in your own time. Wherever you are, let gravity take you down. Letting the ankles fall out. Relaxing the hands, the shoulders, the neck. Knowing you're being supported by the earth, holding you up. Breathing naturally, listening to your breath. Thanking yourself for doing this class, for making this time to nourish your body and mind. Giving yourself a bit of love. Which ultimately makes the people around you feel more at ease and calm because you're calm. Practicing self-love is actually a selfless act because you are helping others at the same time. It's infectious when you're shining your light. Others are warmed by it. You have nowhere else to be. Enjoy this active relaxation, this moment of calm and peace. If your mind starts to wander, send it back to where you are on the mat. Bring your thoughts back into this room, back to your breath. Thinking about how your body felt at the beginning of this class and how it's feeling now. Light, free, weightless. Knowing that you are exactly who you need to be. Everything you've done up until now is exactly what you should have been doing. And from this point forward, know that you are capable. You are so strong, stronger than you know. But above all, you are enough. Just as you are right now, existing in your purest form, breathing, living without any material things to define you. Just as you are right now is enough. Know that. Believe that. Live it. Start to wiggle your toes, noticing how they're feeling. Maybe your foot cracks a little bit as you wake up your ankles, giving them a roll around. Start to move different parts of your body, waking it up. Wiggle your fingers. Maybe turn the head side to side, scrunch the face up, if that feels nice. And when you're ready, roll onto your back. If you are on your tummy, gently bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug, full of love. Gently massage your spine by rocking side to side. Maybe open to happy baby, if that feels nice. Holding on to the soles of the feet. And when you're ready, reaching for the back of the thighs, flopping the calf muscles on top of the hands. Start to rock forward and back, lifting the head, neck and shoulders, waking the body up, finding movement through the spine, and eventually sitting all the way up to a comfortable seated position. Pulling up nice and tall, pulling those shoulders down away from the neck, lifting up through the spine all the way to the crown of your head. Inhale, circle the arms up, breathing deeply. Exhale, lower hands to heart. Inhale, I want you to reach as far as you can, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, bring those hands down. Last one, make it count. Find that light and love. Bring it towards your heart. Let out a big sigh. Take a minute here. Feeling grateful for the life we have. Ready to shine and sprinkle a bit of love throughout the rest of the week. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the class. And I hope that you can continue this amazing feeling into your week. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.